Well, Ten Hag opens door for Greenwood return at Carrington and Old Trafford. Good morning, it's a Friday. To the Muslim viewers and subscribers of this channel, Juma Karim. And to the Christians, how is the Lord taking you? Hope He's keeping you in the shadow of His wings. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here onto this channel, that is United Matters channel. Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me RD. Now, we are discussing Mason Mount on his stay in the Eredivisie, where Erik ten Hag set his first eyeball onto him. And lastly, why not talk about a deal of Vitor Roque that has been linked to Man United? I'm going to come out and easily say it's a falsehood or a farce, because does United have money to spend on a striker like him? All that and more into the next minutes of this video that has been well scheduled for you. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit 15,000 subscribers. I would like to congratulate everyone for helping us hit the milestone of 14,000 subscribers, and let's set this going for the club. On the record that in the month of July we hit 15,000 subscribers. Not so? Let's get this rolling. And as we rock and roll, we are commencing on with Mason Greenwood. Sky Sports confirmed to us that Mason Greenwood will not be present as Man United return for pre-season training, but a decision on his future is expected before the start of the new Premier League season. So, Mason Greenwood has been on the mouths of many. That is it. So, as it stands right now, United haven't made a decision as per his return to Man United or as per loaning him to a certain club. But it was really so much imminently waited for after the FA Cup final, where we lost to Man City by 2-1, and we found ourselves in a situation of really putting up the best that we deserve as a team. So Mason Greenwood has found himself in a situation of obviously not knowing exactly what the future is, but with the players of United returning to pre-season yesterday at Carrington, Mason Greenwood has not gotten green light to come back to train with Manchester United. But that doesn't mean that United are really willing to dispose him off as their player. So, Laurie Whitwell, a United correspondent for the Athletic, went ahead and confirmed to us that a resolution regarding Mason Greenwood is expected to be made before the start of the preseason. There is said to be a difference of opinion between the sporting department and the commercial department of the club. So the sporting department is headed by John Matta. I think that is the John Matta. There is John Matta, there is Dallin Fletcher, Erik ten Hag, and the entire coaching staff. For them, they want to keep the player because of his abilities and being one of a kind in this generation, because he's just quality. Now, the commercial department is leaning so much towards the damage that the return of Mason Greenwood might cause to the financial gains of the club of Man United. So that's the hinge that is really tried to be worked out by the board of United, that commercial and sporting department. But as the commercial department is still trying to figure out a way, Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to really sound it that he needs the player. And this is what we've been told by Laurie Whitwell coming in from the club, that Erik ten Hag is open to having Mason Greenwood in his team at a certain point. Ten Hag will rely on the findings of the investigation, but best solely on the sportsman. He believes he has a place in the group. So Ten Hag believes Greenwood has a place in his team. What a better way to start off the morning. Damian, I know you are one of those that really loves Mason Greenwood to bits, and I think this is one of the things that will go down your memory lane as things to be eager to really wait for this year, because this guy Greenwood is really one of a kind, and we've seen him do lots of things at the age of 17 and 18 before he found himself in a mess that saw his career hit what we call a brick wall. But I really understand that Greenwood has always gone ahead to really be a very good player. But the ego that was not tamed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the problem that really led to all of this. If at all he was under a very good manager like Erik ten Hag, his ego would have been tamed. Look at how Garnacho's ego was tamed. Garnacho was in the preseason and he never played a single game. But Erik ten Hag knew he was a very good player. And for Erik ten Hag, is basing onto his experience that he can turn Greenwood into a best player, tame his ego, and bring him down to the levels he wants him to be, because he's a very, very talented player. Trust me, the entire English generation, yeah, of the current generation, I mean, no one matches the levels of Greenwood when it comes to obviously being flawless into the final third of the pitch. So Ten Hag doesn't want to lose him, and he believes he has a place in his team. Trust me, he is open for Greenwood return. But I think the situation of the striker might really be so much determinant on whether Greenwood returns to the team of United early enough or he's wronged. Trust me, if Erik ten Hag doesn't get a striker, he'll tell them now, get me Mason Greenwood back, because he can lead the line and he's going to score me the goals. Because you failed to get me strikers and you want me to start off the season like that stupidly, I'm not going to really do it like we did it last season, because Anton Martial, the only striker available, is injury prone. Marcus Rashford, I know he scored most of his goals last season as a striker, but he doesn't fit my play. He doesn't make us play like I want to play, because he doesn't lead the line very, very well. So at the pinnacle of the attack, he doesn't do what Martial does. So he needs a striker like Rasmus Højlund at least to go in and obviously get this over the line. So Erik ten Hag is going to be demanding for Mason Greenwood, because he knows what his qualities are, and he calls him and obviously talks to him, and Greenwood has gone ahead to resume his training, private training, as he awaits for what decision United is going to make on the player of his caliber, because very many teams are interested in him. I've seen other teams in Italy showing up interest, and there is another one that's going to lead to a very huge boost of Rasmus Højlund to Manchester United. So as it stands, it's all about Ten Hag opening door for Greenwood. He believes Greenwood has a place in his team. What a story to bring you this morning, because it's obviously heartwarming, not so? So that's it all about Mason Greenwood. Story is coming in from Manchester United, and it's coming in from a close source known as Laurie Whitwell. And Laurie Whitwell is one of those people that you'll obviously come on to know that he's really great and obviously close to the club of Manchester United. Now, sorry about that. There is a player known as Vitor Roque. I think he's 19 years of age, played for the Brazilian national team, and he's really one of those that was a hot asset. Now, Chelsea, Manchester United, and PSG were offering a massive salary to Vitor Roque. In fact, triple the amount he has agreed with Barcelona, 3.5 million euros a year gross. Despite that, he still wants to join Barcelona. Now, a here we go was sounded by Fabrizio Romano on his deal to Barcelona. But I really anticipate that however much United needed two strikers, Vitor Roque was not on the plan. Because where was that money going to come from? United are struggling to sign Rasmus Højlund because the deal of Andre Onana might be sounded here we go today. After Andre Onana, Erik ten Hag would want to go in for a center forward. You can't tell me that United would go in for Vitor Roque, because he was not onto the plan. Let's all admit that wasn't the plan. The plan was two center forwards to come in the summer at Man United, and the first set, cream de la cream, was Harry Kane and Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen. That was the first tier. Second tier it was all about Rasmus Højlund, Kolo, Randall, Moani. That was the plan, Goncalo Ramos, right? And the other first striker on the first tier is Dusan Vlahovic. Then which other striker have we been linked to? So those were the strikers that Erik ten Hag was interested in. I don't remember that this guy was really into the mix onto that list, but he's a very good player at the age of 19, firing in all cylinders at Atletico Paranense. But with the limited budget that you're really having, I don't see us having interest in that player. So if at all really had interest in him, I think would have gone ahead to do something, because at 45 million euros, I think United would have gone ahead to do business with Atletico Paranense, and they would have gone ahead to obviously overpower Barcelona. That's it. So as it stands, I don't see it as a concrete story, but I understand scouting players doesn't mean that we are interested. Teams scout thousands and thousands of players, but they choose just one out of those they've scouted to come in through and really get the job over the line. And lastly, Mason Mount keeps on throwing in quotes as he made his first interview for Man United. Was released yesterday, and was asked about playing in Eredivisie, where Erik ten Hag set his first eyeballs onto him. This is what he had to say. Yeah, it was difficult in the beginning. I didn't play much at the start, but I look back on it and think it really helped me. It built my character up, and went there as a boy and definitely came back as a man. So, however much never played very many games at Vitesse, Erik ten Hag saw him as a capable player to do the job, and that's why he called all he wanted to really loan him, or to get him on a loan at the Ajax best side, but he was loaned to Derby, where Frank Lampard was. So that sends a message to you that everything really started up. The interest started up when Ten Hag saw him play for that side down at the Eredivisie. So to me, as it stands, it's obviously one of those moments that you obviously come in for, and obviously remember, that made a very huge turnaround in the career of Mason Mount, and that's why Erik ten Hag is interested in getting the player at the club of Manchester United. And finally, he has been signed, deliver the club, and doing the best for the club of Man United, that is Mason Mount. And I promise you that he put up a lot during his interview, and in every video we'll be bringing up one bit to bit to say to it that we try to bring them all out at once. So guys, your reaction onto Ten Hag opens door for Mason Greenwood return, as he believes Greenwood has a place in his team. A welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about which guy? What do you make about Mason Mount? Experience you got in Vitesse that led him to be seen by Erik ten Hag in the Eredivisie. And lastly, do you think United was in for Vitor Roque, guys? Juma Karim to the Muslim friends all over the world. Smash the like button, comment and share. And my Christians viewers, I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you abundantly, and let's see us get ushered into this weekend like never before. Don't do what you wouldn't like to be done to you. Sign out. Ciao, ciao.